Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers Kingdom Warfare Cybertron Trilogy, Tigatron. And as you can see, he is pretty much an upscaled version of Cheetor with some much needed improvements to the mold. As you can see, he also comes with the gut cannon, obviously painted in colors more for Tigatron, but yes, he has it. And a tail flail, which, I mean, it's not a weapon he had in the show, but I mean, at least it's something they did with the tail, so you can do something with it, but I just like to keep it set to the side, as, you know, a valuable accessory. Anyway, yeah, I've been looking for this figure for quite some time, and granted, he does have some of the same shortfallings as, Cheetor. Like, his shoulders look like they're a little bit too far back, but from the forward angle, it looks just fine. Little thin looking up here, but like I said, that's a problem that Cheetor also has. But from the front, he looks absolutely stunning. I mean, he looks stunning in general to begin with. So let's go ahead and take a look at that noggin of his. There is no light piping, but as you can see, it is a nice silvery metallic white with metallic blue face with feline features, red eyes, and an orange crest on his head. As you can see, the tiger head is also really nice as well. Has a pink nose, has looks like a metallic copper or something for the eyes, black pupils, very nice detail for the fur. And then, of course, there's the same standard thing that Cheetor has on his crotch. Same legs transform, pretty much the same. He does have heel spurs that flip out, and one of my favorite things is that they actually made it to where his forelegs collapse a bit better. There's more joints, so they fold up a little bit more, and it just it looks so excellent. Just the way it incorporates, it just looks more like a fur coat cloak, something that he's wearing. It feels more natural than it does on Cheetor, which for comparison, I'll go ahead and bring him right out. Whoops, sorry, Cheetor. And as you can see, you know, Cheetor, I mean, Cheetor is pretty cool too. I mean, don't get me wrong, but he is, and I guess because he is deluxe, I don't know if they had Tigatron's design in their you know, already there ready to go or not, or if they heard some of the complaints that people had about Cheetor and decided to make improvements from there. But as you can see, one of the big things is that even from the front, you can clearly see his cheetah legs sticking out, and there's not really a whole lot you can do to fold them up out of the way. That's about the best you can do. I mean, like I said, it doesn't look horrible. It just doesn't look the greatest. And then, of course, his weapon, you know, he didn't even have that in the show. It's just like, yeah, we didn't want to include his handgun, so yeah, we're just going to make him have a little weird axe. And also, he has the tiny little feet, so he does stand up, but he's also deluxe class, so he doesn't have as much, I guess, weight to support, so he stands up just fine. But, yeah, that's something that they gave Tigatron, which I kind of like, because he kind of needs it too, because he's a little back heavy. But like I said, I just love this. It's probably also the stripes, too, rather than spots. It just looks so elegant. Oh, no wonder people hunted tigers for their pelts, as horrible as that was. Well, now, especially considering that some of them are extremely endangered. Yeah, don't hunt tigers like that. That's not a good idea. Especially, you'll probably be severely fined and poaching and blah, 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 blah. Don't need to go on a spiel about that here. Anyway, for articulation, his head is on a ball joint. Does a full 360. It goes up and down about that for almost no wiggle waggle. Oh yeah, and he has a nice fur pattern back here because there is, like I said, differences in their transformation, which I'm not going to transform Cheetor here either, like showing him, because if you want to see how they differ in transformation, go watch my review on Cheetor. So of course, I'm going to take off his gun. I'm going to flip out these panels right here, kind of just get his arms out of the way, get them in there, get this all lined up back here, like so. And then his arms, you want to rotate at the bicep like that, and just get them to collapse kind of into here. Although it is somewhat problematic sometimes to get it to line up just right. But once you do, it should click into place like so. And it should look kind of like this. And it should be kind of like one solid piece for the most part. Rotate around, then collapse in. Just It's kind of like you have to rotate it around a little bit more. I don't know why it's a little problematic sometimes, but just getting it to line up just right. That's the issue sometimes. There we are. And sometimes it doesn't want to stay in the greatest, but it's not too bad, especially once you get it all closed up and all. And then next thing you want to do is pop that out, flip down the tiger head, flip down his head into there, close that back up. We're completely hiding his head, which I absolutely like. I like the way they did that on this one. Don't like the way it is on Cheetor because there's that one tab that snapped and there's no way to avoid it. Even on the second one I got, it happened like the first time I transformed. Yeah, that was not the best engineering. And just like with Cheetor, you collapse everything up like so. And then you just want, not doing that, obviously don't want to do that, but you just rotate down, flip out his tiger feet like that. Just get them ready to go. Back legs, very similar to Cheetor with a couple extra steps. Just flip in his heel spurs, flip those out, and then you want to push these out right here. They're little gap fillers, which I'm honestly surprised Hasbro actually did something like this on something other than a Masterpiece figure. I really am pleased, but surprised. Pleasantly surprised. And then, of course, just like on the first one, do that. Rotate down, pull down, and there we have his tiger legs complete. Still have that from robot mode, but it's definitely nowhere near a deal breaker for me with Tigatron. No storage for his gun as far as I can tell, although there is something really weird about it. You can pull it apart and put it back together. Not sure why that's a thing, but it's a thing. If any of you figure out, please let me know. I would be very eager to find that out. Last thing, of course, is to plug his tail in like that. And here we have I do believe the term is Siberian tiger. Not exactly sure, but he is definitely a tiger of that sort that lives in the cold weather. This is about it for Tigatron. And for his beast mode articulation, of course, the forelegs are going to have a little bit more articulation because they have this ball joint up here. Not so much back here, but you can give him a little bit if you don't mind pulling out his robot legs a little bit. And they can both go back about that far. It does have bend, of course, at the knee. And one thing that I find very interesting is that they do give him quite a bit of articulation on the legs and feet. Yeah, not the toes themselves, but I guess so you can give him more of a prowling look. That's something that I think is pretty cool. So you can get him fairly low to the ground, it looks like. Although I don't think it'd be like that. Probably more. I'm not exactly sure how. Anyone with cats, definitely feel free to tell me exactly what they look like when they do this. But I think it maybe something more like this. I don't know. I feel like I'm just really making him look really goofy, but I don't know. You can get him relatively low to the ground. He's actually relatively posable compared to other figures. And for comparison, here is Cheetor. Let's see if I can get Cheetor into a fairly similar pose. So, I guess pull out his paws like this, and yeah, can't really do it as well because this is about the extent that his legs will go back. And as you can see, Tigatron can do quite a bit more. But yeah, Cheetor can do a little bit of something like that. So here we have Big Cat and Little Cat. I think that's what they called each other, like as call signs. Big Cat, Little Cat. Of course, because Tigatron's a tiger, which is bigger than a cheetah. But yeah, they do both look pretty good, except he has kind of a, well, he looks actually like one of the cheetahs that was seen that saw Waspinator originally. But yeah, I thought he doesn't look so terrified now, but he does look kind of wide-eyed. But that looked better to me than solid green eyes. Anyway, yeah, so this has been a review of Transformers Kingdom Tigatron. And if you like this review and would like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.